One of the most awaited golf tournaments is here. After a long wait, the 43rd Ryder Cup tournament has finally begun, with the USA team and European team going head-to-head against each other over the course of 3 days. Welcome to our channel, and in today's video, we are going to tell you everything about this year's Ryder Cup. Curious about this year's winner predictions, or want to know more about the European team? Stay stunned, because we have got all the answers. Most of you already know what the Ryder Cup is, but for the unacquainted, the Ryder Cup is a match play contest between Europe and the United States of America held every 2 years. The 43rd Ryder Cup was scheduled for 2020, but was postponed to 2021 due to the coronavirus pandemic. The first ever Ryder Cup tournament was held in 1927 between players from Great Britain and the U.S. Since then, a lot has changed. Now Europe and the U.S. compete at the event. Historically, the U.S. has dominated the event with 26 wins out of the 42 matches that have been held. But Europe seems to be catching up. The European team has won 7 of the 9 matches that have happened since the turn of the century. They were also the winners of the 42nd Ryder Cup, and this year, it was the U.S.A.'s turn to win back the trophy. This year is crucial for the U.S.A. It is the team's third try to win the Cup on U.S. soil. With so much at stake, the location chosen for the event matters a lot. This year, the U.S. is hosting the tournament at the Whistling Straits Haven in Wisconsin. This is not the first tournament that will be held at the course. Whistling Straits has previously hosted the PGA Championships in 2004, 2010, and 2015. The U.S. Senior Open in 2007 was also held there. The Straits course has been chosen for the event. It has a length of 7,790 yards and a par of 72. The Straits course is designed to mimic the ancient seaside links of Ireland and the UK. It is located along the 2-mile stretch of Lake Michigan and has 8 holes close to the lake. The course also features elevation changes of approximately 80 feet and 3 stone bridges. The Straits course has deep pot bunkers, rolling greens, and grass-covered dunes. Other than these obstacles, the sweeping winds from the lake can also be a challenge. The coastal link-style course has a few large trees on the course. Other than that, the area is completely open and exposed to wind and other natural elements. Ryder Cup is not like your usual golf tournaments. It is a mix of several different formats. Each match is worth 1 point to the overall team score, and the team with the most points at the end of the 3-day event is the winner. The first 2 days feature one session of 4 foursome matches, where the players are paired up and alternate taking shots. They play 1 ball per hole. Player A tees off on the odd-numbered holes, and player B tees off on the even-numbered ones. The second session features 4 four-ball matches, where the paired partners play their own balls like the usual foursome matches. On the final day, the players play single matches, and the player with the lowest score wins. Coming to the teams now. The captains for both the teams were announced back in 2019, since the original date of the tournament was 2020. Steve Stricker was appointed the captain of the U.S. team, while Harrington was chosen for Europe. Both the captains had a crucial role to play in the formation of the teams, with Stricker choosing 6 of the 14 players and Harrington choosing 3 of the 12, and the choices couldn't have been any more different. The vast difference in the team composition will make for an interesting match for sure. On one hand is Team USA, with half rookies and most players in their 20s. It also features the infamous feuding duo of Brooks Koepka and Bryson Dechambeau. On the other hand is Team Europe, with war-tested veterans on their list. Harrington clearly didn't want to take any risk of losing the trophy, and it is clear from the players he has chosen. With names like Jon Rahm and Rory Mcilroy, it is going to be a tough team to beat. At this year's Ryder Cup, we won't just be witnessing a contest between 2 teams, but also between 2 very different strategies. Young talent in Team USA versus experience in the European team. Which strategy do you think is better? At first impressions, the European team looks stronger, but as you look a little closer, the tables turn. The US team might be half rookie, but not a single player is ranked outside the top 21 in the official World Golf Rankings. The European team seems to have taken the cake with Rahm and McIlroy, but as you go down the list, the team only seems to get weaker. With so much riding on this year's event, here are the European players you should watch out for. Viktor Hovland. Other than McIlroy and Rahm, Hovland is a great asset to the team with his tee-to-green ability on the course. The Norwegian pro golfer has already won the 2020 Puerto Rico Open. Considering he made professional only in 2019, Hovland has a lot in store for the matches. Plus, he is going to make an advantageous duo with McIlroy. Jon Rahm. The European team has many long hitters, but Rahm has proved his mettle on the course time and again. The kind of control he has shown throughout his career will prove to be of great advantage to the team. Rahm can hit the ball far and straight, but he's also equally good at rolling in putts under pressure. This Spanish pro golfer was ranked number 1 in the World Amateur Golf Ranking for 60 weeks straight. He later became the world number 1 in pro golf in 2020. Rahm also holds the honor of being the first Spanish golfer to win the U.S. Open. Rory Mcilroy. McIlroy has the potential to become the top point scorer at this year's Ryder Cup. Going by his performance at the previous 2 tournaments, it is evident how this Irish golfer gets fired up for the matches. His resilience and dedication will help the team hit those high scores. Moreover, his skill allows him to make up for any mistakes on the course. There are other players in the team with more experience in the Ryder Cup, but this former world number 1 with 4 major wins might outshine them all. Other than a strong lineup, Captain Harrington also has a few tricks up his sleeve to keep the team motivated. He kicked off the event week with an inspiring video. He wanted to make it clear to his team that they are going to become a part of history, and to drive the message home, he showed them a video which pointed out the 5,780 people who have climbed Mount Everest, the 570 people in space, 445 players who have won the World Cup, 225 players who have won majors, and only 164 players from Europe who have played in the Ryder Cup. You sit here as one of the 12 lucky few, the narrator says, but you will only stand up and be counted if you know the true worth of your number. Harrington later said, "It makes it very special for the players to know that they have a place in history that can never be taken away from them," Harrington said. "It was a lovely way to start the week. We have more." But the real question is, will Harrington's strategy work on the course? Many critics are already placing their bets on the U.S.A.'s win. Adam Silverstein from CBS Golf says, "The idea of the Europeans going with so many veterans is to combat the youth of the American side with steady golfers who are experienced in Ryder Cups. In the case of someone like Sergio Garcia, that'll prove beneficial. The problem is that the rest of the Europe's roster doesn't stack up with what the United States is bringing, so the additional experience is being leaned on instead of viewed as a luxury. Some of the Americans playing best entering the Ryder Cup are the youngest golfers on the team. That youthful vigor will be in adequate supply, as the older golfers may be sluggish coming into this at the end of an exceedingly long season. Not to mention, the younger Americans are stronger and longer off the tee, characteristics that are suitable for whistling straights. Expecting the Euro veterans to match that intensity while playing up to snuff and combating the wild galleries is not going to be successful and could wind up as a disaster. The U.S. team has an average world ranking of 8.92, whereas the European team has an average ranking of 30. The stark contrast in the two numbers is a major reason why people are betting on the U.S.A.'s win. However, critics and golf fanatics on the European side argue that match play golf is very different, and the strength of a team can't allude to the average ranking. The Ryder Cup is a very, very, very different dynamic than 72-hole tournaments over a 2-year period, said Paul McGinley, victorious European captain in the 2014 Ryder Cup. It's a race. It's a sprint. Though both the teams had their own strengths and weaknesses from the opening sessions of foursomes, Stricker's strategy seemed to be working. The pairings he chose won 3 of the 4 matches. It gave the U.S. team the perfect start as they aimed to reclaim the Ryder Cup after losing it 3 years ago. The 4 balls and the next day's foursomes, the team had a lead of 3-1 in both the sessions. Team USA finally took the cup home.